Welcome back, everybody. It's Cape Rugby TV, and we are watching some of the highlights tonight. Remember, St. George's up against Unimil. Second half, we'll take a look at that in a second. Tygerberg and Hamilton's. Tygerberg, of course, played against Hamilton's. Hamilton's had home ground advantage, and we'll take a look at the highlights between Retreat and Rocklands. Right, Jerome, as usual, my same question to you. If we look at the match between St. George's and Unimil. St. George's running a little bit behind here. They're playing away against Unimil, but they need to get back on the front foot. What is the halftime talk from the coaches now?
Look, it's easy. If it was me now, I would see where they favor in the line-out and where they maul, which position they maul on the field. So just tell the guys then just to work on the contesting. If they favor the middle ball, put your pot up in the middle, get up and work as hard as you can. Or if they win the ball, one man try to pull them down, the rest just stay, and don't give them any front football of mauls. And the same with the scrums, just handle the scrums, just try and lock just on your ball, just go channel one in and out and play.
All right, so well, let's see if they listen to your instructions. Let's go now, folks. Second half, Unimil St. George's. Right, so there we go. Final result then, Unimil 33, St. George's 27, Jerome. Second half, pretty good performance though, I must say, from St. George's, ending with also a 5-point margin.
Yeah, I just saw there that St. George's were lucky at one occasion not to score. Otherwise the score could have looked a little bit different there. Look, we were talking about the first half. I could see the set pieces in the first half. The second half, I couldn't really see a lot of the set pieces. Was just broken play, but good running rugby from both sides. And I must say, there at the end, there, St. George's actually Fazil, the winger, tipped the ball over and tried to go score. He was tackled late by the Hamilton's player, and the ref actually awarded him with the penalty try. So that's also good refereeing.
So what comes next for St. George's, folks? Let's quickly take another look then at the results, and we'll take a look at the logs as well. So final results then there, of course, St George's 27-33 went down to Unimill. Helderberg 28-25 over Brackenfell, and Villagers 31-26 against False Bay. So if we look at the logs now, and we see in Super League A, well, you can see it, the logs are a little bit unchanged, but some movement in the middle table there. UCT, Helderberg, Durbell, Unimill, Brackenfell, Villagers, Hamiltons, Marty's, and then St George's. So, Jerome, the thing that jumps out for me is if you look at St George's, they're currently on equal log points as, for example, Marty's. So, there's, in fact, if you look at that middle table of the log there, it's very close at the moment. Villagers, Hamiltons, Marty's, St George's, False Bay, these guys are all on each other's tail at the moment. Brackenfell sitting on 18 points. Games in hand, probably Marty's has a little bit of favour there. They've still got 2 games in hand. But the middle table at the moment is, and we're not even, we are reaching the halfway mark now, but it's getting close now.
Yeah, it hasn't been for a long time, JP, in Super A, it hasn't been so close, because normally Super B is always close, but Super A has never been so close. So it's good. You can see the guys put a lot of effort in this year in their teams. If you look at teams higher up in mid-table, as you say, who's never been there. So that's good. And obviously, if you look at Marty's, yeah, they've got 2 games in hand and where they are. So we know what they can do. But the other teams there, they must be very happy. Brackenfell must be, Helderberg, first time up there, ending second is at the moment the second on the log.
Well, I was looking at that there now. If you look at the if you look at the log, UCT are currently top of number 1. They've played 7 matches. Helderberg is sitting at second place. They've played 6 matches, but there's only a 5 points difference between Helderberg and UCT. Helderberg has got the game in hand, and in fact, you could even look at Durbell as well. They've also got a game in hand on top of Helderberg. That is essentially means, if you think about it, that UCT, Helderberg, and Durbell, and you could probably even say Unimill to a point, because they're also 2 games behind Helderberg. So UCT, Helderberg, Durbell, Unimill, these teams are essentially all still equal on the log.
Yeah, and I must say where Unimill is now, and they're really picking up. They sort of almost peak at the right time now. They're picking up. They're getting their points, getting points away from home, and they're beating big teams. So I think they also team sort of a force in Super A to be reckoned with. And if you look at Villagers also, which up there, Hamilton's up there. So it's pretty tight.
Yeah, it is very close. What about the teams towards the bottom of the log now? How concerned should they be? Teams like, well, if you look at the bottom of the log there, Tygerberg's already got seven matches under the belt, but they're not really in danger. Kuilsriver's got 6 matches under the belt, but they've only put one win on the board, and so have NTK. UWC has got a couple of games in hand, so they can get shifting, but Hamlets looks like they're in trouble.
Yeah, Hamlets look like they're in trouble. Hamlets is normally where NTK is always, so NTK has done well to be up there, a little bit up there.
Yeah.
So, but they still also need to win a few games. So, and UWC they haven't played a lot. They only played 3 games, so they probably be up there. Yeah, so Hamlets must really get some wins.
Yeah. Right, folks. Well, of course, as you can see, MChem 24-hour pharmacy behind me there now. As you know, every week we take a look at MChem 24-hour pharmacy. We talk about MChem 24-hour pharmacy. They're, of course, the official pharmacy to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. Just up the road on the corner of N1 and Durban Road is where you can find MChem 24-hour pharmacy. It is that time of the year, in fact, where you probably need to be thinking about vaccinations. Now, MChem has got nursing sisters on duty that can give you the very best of advice. So if you need something, just simply get down to MChem 24-hour pharmacy. They're open, as you know, 24 hours a day. And of course, folks, don't forget that there are multiple zones at the pharmacy, and they've got fantastic brands, great prices, and if they need something, well, of course, they'll make sure that they find it for you. Downstairs, there's the various dispensaries. Upstairs, there's the supplement zones. Back downstairs, there's the orthopedic and surgical zone. So you're going to get pretty much anything that you need at MChem 24-hour pharmacy, especially customer service. When you walk in there, there's always someone there for you, always someone to say hello and greet you. Remember, try MChem 24-hour pharmacy first. We'll take a break. When we come back, we go into our third segment and we take a look at Tygerberg up against Hamilton's. Don't go away.